So in today's travel adventure, we are going to Finland. We are going to Helsinki, Finland. I packed as much as I can into my backpack because that was pretty much all I was carrying since I was only going for 4 days. So here I am, all packed and ready to go. Got my backpack with me, and honestly, I was just excited to go on this trip. So let's go. I hopped onto a Ryanair flight to Helsinki, about 2 hours and 15 minutes in the air. Classic budget airline vibes because, we like to save coins where we can. But you know what? As long as it gets me to Finland, I'm not complaining. While I was on the plane, I saw a rainbow, which was really nice and honestly kind of felt like a little foreshadowing that I was going to have a good time. I mean, you know the saying, whenever there's a rainbow, it's going to be a good day. And when I landed in Helsinki, the weather was actually a lot warmer than I had expected. It was around 23 to 25 degrees Celsius, which is about 73 to 77 degrees Fahrenheit, for those of you who prefer to use Fahrenheit to measure temperature. And then from there, we hopped onto the train from Helsinki Airport to the Helsinki Central Station. And I have to say, the train journey was very smooth and very comfortable. And it was just such a great start to the trip so far. And as soon as we got off at Central Station in Helsinki, we went straight to the hotel, which is the Sokos Hotel Presidenti. A very nice hotel. And I will quickly just give you a room tour of our room, which is door number 544. The flight wasn't too long, but you know how travelling can be. Sometimes it just takes you out a little bit and you just need to take that short break to just rest and recharge before heading out to explore Helsinki for the first time. So first we headed to Tokoinranta Park, which is in the Kallio district of Helsinki, right along the Tulolahti Bay. The park actually goes way back to the early 1900s when the city started developing this whole waterfront area. It's named after Carlo Juho Stalberg, who is Finland's first president and whose nickname was Tokoin. Over the years, it became one of the main green spaces for the locals. So not just for relaxing and enjoying the view, but also for events, outdoor theatre, and even weekly park runs. And occasionally you might also see some people swim in the lake as well. While we were at the Kallio district, there was a church that was located on the top of a hill. And I was like, you know what? I want to go there. I want to see what is up there. And I want to see the view from also the top of the hill where the church is. And the church is called the Kallio Church, which was built in 1912. And it's famous for its national romantic and art nouveau style, with its tall granite tower that just dominates the city skyline. And over the years, it's not just been served as a place of worship, but it's also a landmark during Finland's independence and even as a lookout point during World War II. Almost there. So we're going to a church. We saw it from afar and it looks really nice. And now we're like 2 minutes away. Oh, actually it looks so much further on this camera, but it's actually very near. So after visiting Kallio Church, we hopped on a bus back to Helsinki Central Station, and right outside we stumbled across this big beer festival. The sign said Tervetuloa, which means welcome in Finnish, if you didn't know already. I probably butchered that, but I tried. And honestly, there was nothing too crazy there, just lots of people enjoying drinks and plenty of stalls selling different kinds of beer and foods, which was honestly just a very lively atmosphere. And inside the mall, there were lots of restaurants. I saw like Chinese restaurants, Thai restaurants, and a mix of other cuisines as well. But for some reason, none of them really called to me. So we just kept looking. And eventually, after checking online on Google Maps just to see what restaurants they have around, we found this restaurant called Wok Wok. And it was located inside one of the metro stations. And honestly, it was just such a good vibe. It was cheap, affordable, and best of all, it was a buffet. And I love buffets. They had all the classics like spring rolls, egg fried rice, pork, chicken, sweet and sour, you name it. It just hit the spot for me. After eating at the buffet, we just hopped onto a tram with no plan at all, and we somehow ended up here at Senate Square. At the time, I had no idea where I was, and I didn't even recognise that the massive white church to my right was actually the Helsinki Cathedral, which is probably one of the most famous buildings in the whole city. Just some quick history about Senate Square, because it is very historic, as it was designed in the early 1800s by a German architect named Carl Ludwig Engel. The idea was to create this central space that symbolised political, religious and commercial power all in one place. That's why around the square you'll find the Helsinki Cathedral, the Government Palace, the University of Helsinki and the National Library. So it's basically the heart of old Helsinki. There was also a big Helsinki sign, so of course I had to take a picture in front of it with my vlog camera in hand. And then from there, we wandered through the streets of Helsinki and eventually saw a ferry by the water. And we thought, why not? Let's hop on and see where it goes. Turns out it took us to Suomenlinna, which is this really beautiful island. The island was very picturesque, lots of nature, and just a really peaceful vibe. Honestly, I could imagine how nice it must be to actually live there. We're gonna be with Mother Nature. I spent some time just sitting on a rock, enjoying the breeze and the view. And it was one of those moments where you just stop and just take it all in. And also some facts about this beautiful island is that it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And it was originally built in the 1700s as a fortress when Finland was under Swedish rule. And over time, it was controlled by Sweden, Russia, and then eventually Finland. So it's basically a living piece of history sitting right on the water. One of the landmarks here is the Suomenlinna Church. It was first built as a Russian Orthodox garrison church, but later turned into a Lutheran church after Finland became independent. And what's really interesting is that the church tower actually works as a lighthouse for ships sailing by. So at the time, I didn't realise that this island was home to a huge fortress with loads of history behind it. So I didn't get the chance to explore all of that properly on this first visit. Since it was getting late and I was more focused on just enjoying the views and making sure that we caught the last ferry back. But I did come back here again on another day later in my trip to see more of the fortress and really take in the history.
Did you?
Right, let me do that again. Wait, one more time. Thank you. Okay, my battery is dying, so we are going to head back. We're going in the tunnel. And there you can see a big Ferris wheel, which is called the Sky Wheel Helsinki. Once I got off the boat, I walked towards it, went up some stairs, and right below the stairs was an outdoor swimming area called the Ala Sea Hall. At the time, I didn't really know what it was, but I later found out it's actually a floating marine spa with heated pools, seawater pools and saunas. And a fun fact about the Skywheel Helsinki is that not only can you see the views of the harbour, the city, and even some of its islands, it's also the world's only sky sauna. So there's a sauna cabin inside a Ferris wheel gondola. So guys, we are heading back home now. Well, back to the hotel. It's been a very busy day, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Very busy, yeah, it's just been very busy. And now we need to rest, sleep, and get ready for Estonia. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Alright, that's my first day in Finland done. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe because that will be much appreciated. And also, if you want to check out another one of my trips that I've done in the past, such as when I went to Dubai, then click the video right here to check out my Dubai travel vlog. And stay tuned because my day 2 in Finland will be coming out soon as well. So you won't want to miss that. Anyways, have a lovely rest of your day and I'll see you in another video. Bye guys!